Hi everyone, welcome back to my Beach Angel Tarot shop. I'm here to do a Libby's Lennies Love Square, and this is going to be timeless. There'll be no time posted on this. It's just something I was guided to do. I will be doing this from time to time. I have done a few in the past. I don't do them that often. I usually put a link to this spread in my Etsy shop below, but I probably won't be doing that right now because my shop is closed and I'm kind of unsure when it will be open. So if you want to, you can, on some of my other videos, you can catch my Etsy link, or you can find my shop on Etsy and then click the notify me now when my shop opens if you'd like to catch me that way, or send me an email if you like as well. Anyhow, I will be shuffling, focusing on the energies between yourself and another person. This is preferably a romantic relationship, someone that you have already previously been in contact with, somebody that you have already had a standing relationship with. You may still be in that relationship, or you may be separated from this person. It could be current separation, long-time separation, or currently in a partnership and just wanting to check in on the energies. But it needs to be somebody that you have been in a relationship with, not somebody that you just have a crush on and they don't know anything about you, or they don't know you exist. This is somebody that you have established a connection with. And whatever energies it's in, we're going to find out. So I'm reading, the way I read, this will be you. This is energies discharged for the viewer. So whether you're male or female, this is going to be your card. The person that you're thinking of is going to be represented by this card in this column. The center card is going to be what's happening in 1 to 2 months, 2 to 4, 6 months and out. This is person's thinking. This is person's feelings, your thinking, your feelings, and anything else that may come up or I may see from the spread. So okay, I saw something right there, but I'm not going to get into it. It was interesting where I cut the deck. It was the first card and the last card, the first and the last. Interesting, the beginnings and endings coming up. Okay, so we're going to see what this person, I just shuffled till I'm guided to stop. And it's nice to, you know, like we'll say, oh, well, what are we thinking and feeling? It's sometimes nice to see what we are thinking and feeling, because we can be thinking and feeling so many different things about one person, right? And at different times. And so it's kind of nice to see where the energy is landing. We can have confusion within ourselves sometimes. Especially things that go on for a while. So this is the person's thoughts. This end is the 6 months and beyond. And it may differ. Like if I feel or see it's going to be faster or longer than that, I will tell you. And this is the thoughts of you. What's next? Person's feelings, 2 to 4 months, and your feelings. Undercurrent here is the anchor. So there is stability, but there's also, I feel like, an instant heaviness coming up here, and the 9 of, because I looked first at the why that is, because the first thing that caught my eye was the 9 of Swords, and my eye will land wherever in the card that is meant the first feeling, that to bring the first feeling in, because this card can mean many different things and it can be indicative of many things. But 9 of Swords is a card of anxieties, is a card of fear. So I feel anxiety and fears are weighing heavy between the two of these people for whatever reason. And again, it could be somebody that you're already talking to, or you're in a conversation with them, or you're in a relationship with them right now, and it may just be problematic, or it's just not going the way you like, or, you know, it could be perfectly fine, but usually there is an issue. So we're going to see what that issue is. I definitely am feeling there is some anxieties and worries coming up. It could be with the number 8. It could be financial with the 3 and the 5. It could be changes around other people in regards to the relationship, changes needed, or it's just changing, you know, almost feel like changing of the guard type of energy. I don't know what that means, like people coming out, in and out, or around the relationship, causing issues, causing changeable energy. But there's worries and stresses that are weighing heavy, I feel. So let's see what this person is thinking, and it is the letter. So this person is thinking about communicating. It could be they're thinking about writing you, texting you, calling you. They're definitely thinking about a communication that has been had between the two of you. The first thing I saw was the desk and the letter and the candle here. So this area of the card is what appeared first. However, this card does have the Seven of Swords, but first thing on their mind is communication. The candle would represent holding out a light, holding a candle to communication, meaning trying to bring illumination to that area of your relationship, wanting to bring something to light. They may have something they want to tell you that could be difficult, because where I'm going with the difficulty is the Seven of Swords here. The Seven of Spades is the Seven of Swords energy. And it can indicate things that are not easy. You know, this is Seven of Swords, in the very least, is just not an easy energy. It can be about betrayals, but it's the thoughts, it's the mind. And so it's a lot of the times your own thoughts, your own mind. It's not, you know, always a pointing the blame game to the other person. So I definitely feel this person's thoughts are in you know, thinking about illuminating difficult communication between the two of you. 2 and 7 is 9, and it's partnerships, and 7 is spiritual. So this is definitely, they're thinking this is a spiritual communication that is having, you know, issues, you know, with your communication. They want to bring a light to that. They may want to communicate something that they're finding very difficult, whether that be their feelings. We're going to see more about that as we move forward, but they're finding it very difficult. Now, this adding up to 9 is also very singular. You know, I'm liking it back to the Hermit in tarot, and this system isn't meant to be read that way, but that's how I read it. I read this system and however I feel like I want to read it, and it's usually toggling back and forth between all of the symbology and all the energies of everything that kind of just pops into my mind. And so when I see the 9, it represents the Hermit energy, and so I feel like there has been some Hermit-like energy in regards to relationship communication, meaning not having, you know, not being very sociable, not being very communicative, being kind of closed off on one's own in regards to it. So that is what this person's thinking. They're, bottom line, thinking about communicating. It could be something that's very difficult. They could be thinking about a past communication that was in the Seven of Swords energy that was kind of not truthful. You know, maybe they didn't convey a whole truth, or something that wasn't cool got conveyed, or something that wasn't cool, you know, I say it that way, wasn't communicated, or where there was some sort of miscommunication due to not being completely transparent, right? Either on their part or yours, but they're thinking about that. Because the 2 and the 7 are here, I feel like that's very much now standing firm, and they're thinking it's on both sides. They're thinking that they may have said to you, hey, you're not being truthful to me. They may still be thinking you're not being truthful to them. It's showing here that there's a thought that both parties, with the 2, are in that 7 vibration of this 7 of Swords, and so they're feeling a little bit, and that may be what caused the 9 of solitude. You know, like the 9, yeah, I can't say the word I want to say. Very singular in its energy, so it kind of caused a going inward from this person, or from both of you. You know, you may both have kind of retreated and gone inward. Let's see what this person is feeling. And the feelings are very good, and that could be part of what, see, this is how we layer on. Could be part of what wasn't conveyed. Their feelings may not have been conveyed. Their feelings are in a locket, and so the locket would indicate something that is kind of closed up. It's there, but it's under wraps kind of energy. It's kind of under a 6 of Cups type of feeling of nostalgia. Safekeeping is the words I'm hearing. Their feelings are they're there, but they're for safekeeping, and it's number 6 again, that partnership energy 4. So their feelings are stable, and their feelings are very much, you know, bring them a sense of stability and what is the word, feeling safe. This partnership and this person's feelings, their feelings for you allow them to make them feel safe, make them feel secure. It's something that they can, when they're feeling down or lost or alone, they can go back and look. So they may go back and look at your picture, or you may have given them a keepsake and they go and touch it, or they look at it, or they think of you. They often go back to this for a sense of security. Let's put it that way. I didn't know how to explain that feeling that was coming. They revisit, they go back and to you and the feelings they have for you for safety with that 4, with that stability. It brings them a sense of a foundation, you know, so that even if it's just that tiny little thing, that reminiscing or revisiting that feeling is what gives them a sense of security. We have the Jack of Hearts, and so I definitely feel this person's sense of feelings. You know, there is definitely emotion here. So it is positive to see, even though right now it is under safekeeping, they're saying. But it keeps them, it's under safekeeping, they're saying, but it also in turn keeps them feeling safe. It's a safety net. It's like a cuddle blanket. You know what I mean? Like, I know that sounds crazy, like cuddle blanket, but it's that kind of feeling. It's something that they go back to and they can feel secure about. So let's see what you're thinking. And you're thinking the dog loyalty. You're thinking about, could be this person's sense of loyalty, your loyalty, unconditional love. Dog is that energy of unconditional love. 10 of Cups. And this dog is holding a yellow rose. So you could be thinking, if say this was a romantical at one point, you're thinking very emotionally about this person and their friendship. It's like in your mind, at the very least, you're thinking this person is a loyal friend to you, and that you know no matter what's occurring, no matter what may have been conveyed or misunderstood or whatever happened back here, and this person, what this person is thinking about. Because whatever this person is thinking about, you know about this. Yeah, definitely, because this is the 9 and her number is 29. So that 9 vibration is being held by her. So you definitely know what this person is thinking. It was not like you did something and they disappeared. Not what I'm picking up, and then you didn't know what that was. You kind of know what happened, or you know their way, or something that they may have been sensitive to. You know something about them in this issue. But at the very least, you're thinking, wow, this person's a friend. I think no matter what happened here, I can call them. And they would be a loyal friend to me. They would listen. They may come to my aid. That kind of energy of a dog. You know, a dog would always return back home. And it is a beautiful energy. So I think you're thinking here at the very least about this person being that loyal friend to you, which is beautiful. And again, it's holding the 9 vibration. So it's feeling like, yes, that's there. But again, very singular, very interesting. They're both 9s. And so it's both, you know, alone with that kind of energy, feeling very singular in its space. So let me see what you're feeling before we go forward. The ring, the commitment. So a loyal commitment. You're feeling a loyal commitment to this person, even if it's just on a friend basis. You may not be conveying that to this person. You may not be saying that, but they're in your feeling you're committed to this person, if nothing else, as a friend. And at the end of the day, when you communicate again, you would like to just, if you can't be together in a romantic sense, you'd like to just say, hey, you know, I really valued your friendship, and I hope that we can at least commit or agree, and I think that you will be able to, because this person's walking it here, to do that, you know. And I want to just see 25, which is 7, and that 7 is here. So this may have had to do with a commitment. This communication may have been a little rough because of a commitment you're in, or a commitment that they are in, or trying to maintain a commitment to each other that was just kind of impossible. But I feel it like one or the other parties could be in a commitment, or both, perhaps. Because the 2 is here and here, I almost feel like both parties may be in another commitment, whether it be a legal marriage or an otherwise unspoken commitment to uphold something to someone else outside of the relationship. And again, don't take that as like, oh, you know, like, oh, gasp, I didn't know that, or oh, gasp, you know, it could be, because if you're thinking they're not with another person, they may not be with another person. It may be a family member. It may be a job. It may be a parent that they need to take care of. There is a commitment outside of this that made this communication a little wonky, okay, is what I'm getting. But as for your feelings, the person watching this, there is a commitment here. Ace of Spades. So there is like holding a flame. This is the Ace of Wands type of feeling. So it's like holding a flame, an inspiration. So I feel like whenever you hear from this person, no matter what you're thinking, no matter what happened, an instant ignition, right? Like a rocket ship, right? So it's just like you may instantly, your heart may flutter, your space may flush when you see their text or their number on your phone, even if it's been a year, even if it's been 3 years, you get like a hot flash. kind of feeling, and you get all like flustered. So it's like that kind of a commitment where no matter how much time has passed, no matter how many uncool things have been conveyed or misunderstood, you have like an instant ignition to this person. And you're thinking that, you know, this person, no matter what, is a loyal friend at the very least, and you want to have that type of relationship at the very least with them. Ten of Cups is, as we know, is a happy, emotional, family type of energy where everyone is kind of come together and get along. So that's the thing you're thinking of, okay? And along with the feeling, it's a very good feeling here. And again, I'm not saying that this is without its situations, right? Or its issues, because I do see one here. But yeah, so but you're in a good space about it now. You're not saying it doesn't exist, but you're in a healthier space than you may have been when it happened. So let's see what may happen next, and then we're going to do some layering, the sickle and ending, and this is where this is going to be very good to see. I'm going to add to this. I'm going to add to this with the deck as we move forward. But there's an ending in 2 to 4 months. There's some sort of ending to, you know, they're cutting away the dead flowers. The dead, you know, flowers of course represent. To me, they're like an invitation. The flowers are beautiful and they invite us over, right? So there's death to that type of feeling. It's like there's a death to that beautiful, inviting energy between you, and you're cutting that out. So that part of the relationship in 1 to 2 months is going to be cut away. And that what I'm not saying here that you're going to end this relationship. I'm saying you're going to be cutting away what's no longer beautiful and inviting between you. So if there's something that has died between the beauty and invitation between the two of you, you're going to get rid of that. It's like going out and weeding your garden, pruning the dead flowers so the new ones can grow. So you're going to weed out whatever's causing the dead flower, the inability to be beautiful, graceful, and inviting between each other, okay? We have number 10, which is 1, so it is saying there's a new beginning with the Jack of, I say Pentacles, diamonds here, because that is like a new beginning. So there is a small offer, and it's going to start with weeding out this, whatever isn't allowing us to be inviting and beautifully graceful between each other. And 10 could be October for some people. So this is where I will go into telling you, yes, it can be 1 to 2 months, but there's going to be a grain of people that this happens in October. I will say that. So that's a little bit further out. So then you can, if it happens for you in October, then this will be further out, 2 to 4 months beyond that, and then 6 months beyond that. So again, everybody's going to be, if this happens for you within the next 30 to 60 days, then you'll know these are going to fall into place. If not, it's going to be October, and then you're going to, so this may start as just a little conversation. Hey, you know, let's talk about what really happened back here. Let's prune this off. This is the continuation. This was 9, this is 10. So you're going to step beyond this where you kind of got stuck in the hermit type of energy, and you're going to move into the 10, which is the Wheel of Fortune. So energy is going to move again. And when it does, it's going to weed out that dead flower here between the two of you. Because no one really moves towards a dead flower, right? It's not that inviting, unless you're into dried flowers and herbs and that type of thing. But some people are. But I mean, in general, it's not alive. It's not living. It's not. There's no fragrance here. There's no, like I said, beauty, grace, and inviting to entice you forward to each other, right? There's something. It's still there, but it's changed forms now, and it's kind of dry and brittle, right? It's very brittle and it's very fragile. They're saying when I, you know, when something gets dry and brittle, it's very, very fragile. You touch it, you're trying to preserve the flower. You're taking me kind of into that flower preservation type of thing. It's hard to, you know, you don't want to touch it too hard or it'll break and you'll ruin it, right? So that is now, this energy between you is dry and brittle, and so you have to be careful, but in weeding it out. But weeding it out you will, and it's going to start as a little something, and it's going to be a movement on the 9 where we got stuck here, and you're definitely okay, which is interesting here because now it's telling me who. 8, 9, 10, this person is going to do this. 9, you're stuck in the 9 too. You're stuck in the 9 vibration. This person's 10. This person belongs to this energy. So this person here is going to be the first one to make this move on the dry flower situation. However, I hope you're following along with what I'm saying. And it's interesting because your commitment, your flower is really full and lush. It's down, it's pointing in the downward position. You kind of got it off to the side, but you still have full, and they're holding theirs. Theirs is smaller. Theirs is kind of harder to see. But because this person's 8, 9, 10, they're connected to this. You're 11. So it's like they make the first move, 11, then that follows over, then you'll reply back. So it's like ping pong. Everybody's in the 9 right now in different vibrations. And this person belongs to this, whatever this is. Because they may be taking responsibility for this. I still feel like they feel like there was a mutual situation here with the 2 on this letter, meaning both people were involved in it. I'm going to hold it up for you to see this 2 vibration in regards to this 7 of Swords. They're thinking that both people communicated something that wasn't cool or wasn't completely truthful. This person may have not unlocked their heart. They may have not conveyed their feelings, right? But they're still seeing something going on with you. It could be that you're also committed, because I see here, I'm looking for why, and I look to this row as to why they're thinking that you're holding part of this uncool communication or not right communication. And because the dog is loyalty to a commitment, you're loyal to some commitment. It's a yellow flower, so it may not be a full romantical commitment, meaning it could be friends, family, job, somebody that doesn't truly completely have your heart, but you have a commitment here. Why? Okay, so interesting. And that may be why you are feeling more softer towards this person, because there's a sensing within you of knowing why this is all occurring, right? I do feel like this person has a bit of that commitment outside of themselves as well, but they're seeing it, that's the bigger issue. Their commitment may be easier to get out of. Yours, are seeing it as a little more complex, a little more complicated. And again, it could be your job, it could be where you live. You may be committed to a location because of work. You may be in another relationship that is purely, has its own dynamics, but isn't as romantical as this person knows that you guys could have, right? There's something going on here, right? So let's see. But this, I'm gonna say this is gonna get weeded out. 2 to 4 months, and we have the tree. Interesting. So changes happen, growth is occurring. So 2 to 4 months. There is progress, there is growth. Something has changed within this. However, I will say in the visual here, this tree is growing on an island, so there's still singularity. There's healthier energy here. 7 of Cups is a card of, is an energy of confusion. It's the energy of the 7 of Cups in Tarot, and it's talking about confusion, fantasy, options. So I want to kind of see where we go. I'm a little bit confused myself as to what they're saying to me at the 2 to 4, because we have a little bit of something going on here. It could be that things kind of get healthier, but you're still very singular in your energies. A change has occurred where growth is occurring again. Maybe like if this is long distance, or there's an inability to be together, there's part of this is fantasy, right, in your mind, and the fantasy starts up again. I'm actually even seeing a little face in this tree. I don't know if you can see it. It's like a little grumpy face there. I say grumpy Gus's face. But yeah, there's something in that tree that is starting to form. And something within that is starting to form. I'm not sure, but we're going to move forward. Then I'm going to layer up so we can see what's going on. Okay, so I'm going to go back just before I move on. This 7 is coming to me, back here to me. So this 7, with this 7 belongs here as well. And yeah, what I'm seeing here is this 7 turns to the heart. This 7 of Spades, this sword energy turns to the heart, turns more emotional. So in 4 to 6 months, or 2 to 4 months after this happens, so for some people this is going to be October, emotion returns. However, it's still isolated. It's growing, it's healthier, it's thriving more, you know, it's more rooted, but there is still an island to it. a feeling of isolation. The change is definitely occurring, and it has to do with this person, how they're thinking. I feel like these are very tied together. Yeah, because for some reason they're dropping the 2 on the 7, and that is the 5. These are very connected. Could be how this person sees this. Something about how this person sees this, because there's a fantasy energy here, and it's how they're viewing this as in a fantasy. I feel like when this person hits a reality, they get very frustrated and they may communicate very roughly. Okay, that's kind of the feeling I just got there, and it could be causing issue, because I feel like this person standing has always been in this energy of, hey, let's just be friends, I'm in a commitment, and this person gets a little frustrated with that. So let's see where we go. 6 months and beyond, we have the cross. Now the cross is like, oh my gosh, this could go so many ways. The cross to me, I see as spiritual. To me, it's a connection that cannot be broken. No one can ever take your spirituality away, your spiritual beliefs. No one can ever take spirit from you. So it's definitely speaking of that. And it's also speaking of the 6 that's down here in this locket. And it's the 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands is success. It's harmonious energy. It's recognition. Oh my gosh, there's so many energies here. Just want to kind of sit with it a minute. This is going to be a longer reading. I hope this video goes up easily to YouTube, because I usually don't get in this in depth in a YouTube reading. So let me kind of see. 6. The only place 6 is at is here. 9, 11. And okay, this is 9 too. So the interesting 999. So an end of a cycle up here, because 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 9. 999 is across the board on the top. So end of a cycle is upon you, right? It's but 6 months out, I want to say, and I don't see 3 anywhere else. I'm not quite sure, but I feel like you'll still have that connection. You still have a spiritual connection to this person. I feel like there's going to be some success and victory and a realization that this is a spiritual connection that can't be broken. Always having that connection there, but I don't see beyond that what they're saying to me. But so I'm going to start layering. I'm going to start adding up, adding to the story here, and I'm going to focus on this person's thoughts. We're going to kind of just go around the board and add more messages, focusing more on this person's thoughts. And I'm not going to go into great detail with the numbers and the feelings that are coming up. Ooh, the grave. So 9 of, again a 9, 4 9s. So this is 9 of Pentacles there, and an 8, which they're holding the 8 vibration with this. So yeah, and it ends to the 8 vibration is in this 9 here. So there was a communication that kind of ended things, right? And 9 is a 9 of Pentacles. It's independence. It's like the 9, like I said, the 9 of Pentacles is talking about self-reliance, taking care of yourself, self-confidence, could be self-employment, that type of thing, but it's very singular again. But there was a communication that very much ended things. But there is a light here. This person kind of is holding a visual in regards to that, but they're definitely thinking about a communication that ended things. Because of the 9. 9s are very singular, like I said. Everybody kind of holding their own energy. So let's see what I'm going to skip the center row. I'm going to come over here to your thoughts, because this is you. Your thoughts here. And I feel like because this 8 is standing here in this dog energy, it's like the communication even ended the friendship part of this. It's like, oh, it was just a ending. It's like, I've been betrayed. I'm standing alone here. And your energy is 9 of, oh my God, another 9. Are we serious right now? 9 of Hearts. So you have the 9 of Hearts and the 10 of Hearts. 9 of Cups, 10 of Cups. So You're thinking about wishes fulfilled. You're thinking about the rider is messenger. It is movement. It's going back in, and it's also looking at the dog. So it's about moving in regards to emotional fulfillment, emotional happiness, and friendship, loyalty, wanting to move in that direction. That's how you are moving. You know, you're not moving in a sense, you're not thinking about this. You're thinking about love, friendship, moving in that direction. Your happiness, your wishes fulfilled, that type of thing coming up here. And again, so this would be 8, 9, 10, 10 here. You're also wanting to cut out the, you know, you also want to come down here and cut out this dead weed. And you know it's very fragile. So let's see, let's just see what this man, who is this man? What is going on? Who is this man right now? Let's put a card on him. Let's put an energy on this person that you're talking about, thinking about. Oh, the fox. So when you look across here and you see this man, you see somebody that is, again, another 9. Very singular, very much perhaps a loner, somebody that is opportunist. It could be a little bit sneaky, waiting for an opportunity. But I want to point out the 5 is showing up here again, and they're holding this 5 vibration down here. Their energy is kind of here. And so I feel like they're at the heart of this. You may be looking across here, seeing this person as a little bit, with the 5 energy, changeable, and can be somebody that is quickly turns to an opportunist, quickly turns to somebody that can be a little sneaky. But this person is waiting for an opportunity to bring change to this. They want to revive this fantasy type of energy. They want to revive, even if it's still very islandy, very singular. They want to kind of, I want to say refurbish is the word. That's who they are right now. But you're kind of looking across at them that way, as, you know, maybe a little sneaky or underhanded, especially with this being here above their head. Who are you right now? Oh, the owls. So wow. 7 of Pentacles. You're being very patient about communication. This is the communication. This is what is the word? I can't think of the word. Talking, communication, language. We have 2 owls, so very much like they look alike, like so much, very much in twin energy. You may be in the belief that this is a twin flame. You may be holding the twin flame vibration in regards to this, but I will say the 3 is showing up here, so the 3 is part of this cross. There was no 3 here that I could see until just now. So this 6 months and beyond is part of your energy here with this. So you're holding the energy of the owls, of course, are clairvoyant. They're somebody that is like, it's giving me a, especially with 9, 10, 11, it's giving me a, and this high priestess kind of energy. Like all knowing, but maybe not talking, right? Silence, with you put it together with her 9, 10, 11 vibration, which I like the 2, which I know in Tarot 11 is justice, but I'm getting a high priestess vibe here. And an empress vibe. And I think, in all fairness, because of the justice feeling, of the number of 11 being the justice, out of all fairness, I feel like you're being quiet. You're being silent. Out of all fairness, I feel like you don't feel like it's fair to communicate with this person. You don't feel it's fair to reach out to this person at this time, perhaps due to this outstanding commitment that you may find yourself in, right? That's eking into the 7, you know, is eking into that. Okay, you're 5 here. So you both are holding on to this 5 vibration in this reading. The 2 is here, the 5 is here. So you're very committed to this, I say fantasy, because that's what it is right now. And that's what it's going to be in 2 to 4 months, even after this initial weeding of the fragility of the inviting energy between you. It's going to get weeded out. It's going to grow again, but it's only going to continue growing a fantasy. I do want to point that out. But you're holding on to it. They're holding on to it. They want an opportunity to do that. They're looking for an opportunity to do that. You may be seeing them as opportunist or a little sneaky. And I'm saying that because of the 9 Wands, the guarded energy. You're seeing this person as guarded, maybe protecting something that you feel like you may be thinking they're protecting something that could further damage or end this relationship, because they are like holding on to communication. They may know that it could end things at any moment. I feel like you're feeling it here. You're feeling very wise. You're feeling very high priestess, and you're holding back the silence out of all fairness to the situation at large. And maybe you don't want to hear what this person has to say either, out of fear that it's going to kill this fantasy of what you feel like the future could be. This is future forward. You know, when you're in a fantasy, you're thinking about the future, right? So you don't want to kill the future energy. You want it to grow, even though right now it's growing as an island. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to hear, maybe you don't want to hear it either. You don't want to hurt this person. You don't want to, there's a fragility here, really fragile energy. So let's see. We're going to go to, let's add to this person's feelings. Bear with me here. Clouds, King of Wands. So they're very, and again the 6 is coming up, which is here. And yeah, this person's feelings are there. They're locked up and they're confused. There's a confusion. Clouds are talking about confused energy. I'm going to hold it up so you can see it. But 6 is also very much the energy of the Lovers, right? Yeah, there we go. That's where I didn't connect that. So Lovers energy. Because there could be confusion around, there could be other, again, there could be other partnerships, there could be something, because it's also the Lovers, yes, but I get that sense of all the 6s, like in 6 of Cups, nostalgia. But the 6 of Wands, victorious, maybe not having been victorious energetically in love in the past, and kind of putting the whole thing in a locket, right? That whole thing, because it's too tumultuous, it's too heavy, it's too stormy of an energy for this person and their feelings, because their energy is connected to a past, perhaps stormy energy around love and lovers, and so they kind of just put it in a locket for now. Yours and other people's. I feel other people, because the Lovers is, you know, other people, because you have to make a choice. So there's someone else, you know, I'm not saying in the present with this person, but from the past, and that's adding to this person's feelings about you. There's confusion, there's a little bit of stormy energy, and it's because of your relationships issues and other past relationships issues. So this person's very guarded about it. They're very I don't want to say sneaky in a way that makes you feel like, oh, they're being deceitful to me. It's because of their own things, because of their own, not wanting to get hurt themselves, right? It's always very little to do with when most people don't get out of bed in the morning saying, I want to get you, right? They want to protect themselves, their own issues. And you're sensing something here. You don't really want to know right now the full story, because it's going to kill this fantasy in your energy too, because you're holding on to it in this 25. I want you to kind of see where I'm going with this. You're holding on to it here in this commitment energy. So let's see where your feelings are with this commitment. King of Wands is also, you know, sexual energy, and so there's confusion around that. They may have confused the issue with sex and emotions. That's caused more of a storm here, and they know it. There is a sense of knowing that. Anyway, let's see your feelings. Fish. Commitment with the Fish. King of Pentacles. So you are holding a grand commitment to something in your life that is connected to you financially. It's connected perhaps to your well-being. Could be also, you know, job, property, connected to a person. King of Pentacles, somebody that is in control of your finances or something like that. But again, the 3 and the 4, the 7 is coming up here too. So that 7 vibration is within this. So let me see what that's. The It's part of why this person's, I'm going to say that went back here. This 34 is 7. That's another reason why this person's communication is in the 7 of Swords type of energy, because of this commitment that you have perhaps with another person, or something financial that they cannot penetrate. They cannot penetrate it because they're holding the singular energy is here. They can't be a part of it. But I do want to say back here for you, part of who you are with the owl energy, you're very wise with all this, and you're very patient. I don't think I touched on that 7 of Pentacles here, because, you know, the Pentacle energy is here, and there's patience, and it's for the situation, it's for them, and it's also for yourself. I do want to say that. So very interesting. So let's now see what's coming up next between the two of you. And we're just going to keep going around until we end up with no cards at all. So I'm just going to go around where I'm being guided next. So guided next is between you, what's also getting cut out perhaps in 1 to 2 months, or in the month of October. And it is the Child. 13, which is... you know, the Child is, you know, new things. It could be literally needing to, someone's child may be involved in this. You know, maybe financially you have a child and you need to kind of like clear the air about that situation between you. You guys may have a child and that needs to be cleared up. There may be something like that. But to me, as an energy, as an overall and a general reading, when we're not that getting that involved in it, it's because of it's immature energy, right? Children are, there's immaturity and flightiness. I'm getting a sense with all the butterflies. I'm getting it in a feeling of cutting that immaturity out and kind of not being able to catch or pinpoint something to create a new beginning, to create stability, because that 4 vibration is kind of has kind of gotten scattered with the butterflies and separated with the 1 and the 3. And I feel like it's affecting this person. You have the 3 here in the owls. This person's holding the 4 and this 2, 24 down here. So I feel like there's an immaturity and a flightiness. Like they can't pinpoint something. They can't catch something that they want to. There's a immaturity and a little bit of a flightiness. And that's part of this fragility, and what's part of what's created the death between the, you know, the fragrant and inviting energy between you. And so it has done that for both sides, I feel. And it's in the 34, so it's in this person's finances. There's little things that kind of fragment. With the butterflies are telling me there's fragment, trying to catch them and get them all back in one place and trying to get everything together. There's an energy of just loose, carefree, but it's causing an issue. It's not like on a good energy. It's just very scattered. And it causes this frustration because we can't pinpoint it down. It's just too free. There's too many liberal energies being taken that are, you know, I don't want to say the word new because that's not the feeling that's coming up. There's just too many liberties. Everything's kind of just floating around, and no structure, no responsibility is the word. No one's really taking any responsibility here. But it's perhaps because it can't be, you know, it really can't be given yet or taken, you know, can't be shared in a more practical, responsible way. Let's just go that way. So let's see let's see more of what this tree has to say. 2 to 4, or like I said, 2 to 4 months out after the October. Oh, the bouquet itself. The bouquet itself. Sorry about that. My battery was dying. I better step it up. And it's the Queen of Swords 9, and the number 9 is coming up with this. So it has to do with this 9 vibration. Everybody's in their own, doing their own thing. Very singular. Very. Even though I feel there's other commitments involving these two people. One that's a little darker and mysterious, one that is more maybe practical and just because there's, you know, things going on with family and their life in general. This looks a little darker, stormier over here. Everybody's in there doing their own singular thing. This tree, this fantasy energy, there's going to be, like I said, a whole bunch of flowers given here. So I feel like things get weeded out. A little bit of this scattered immature energy gets kind of cut out, which brings in more grounding, which brings in more inviting energy to engage back into this fantasy. But remember, it is a fantasy at this point. It's growing, yes, but it's still an island. I can't keep stressing that enough at this point, whenever this falls for you. Queen of Swords, Queen of Spades is coming up here with this as well. So it's very clear. There's a clarity in this invitation. Even though there's still some energy that is not complete here, there is more clarity. Queen of Swords, she's very practical. She's very clear. She has a lot of boundaries. Boundaries, right? Children need rules. Children need structure. There is going to be that. Like, you're going to have a little bit, and you're going to maybe test the waters. You're going to just grow with this a little bit. And so outside of that, there's going to be more clarity. There's going to be more rules. There's going to be more structure. There's going to be more respect and boundaries for what these issues are here. Okay, so that's beautiful to see. So let's move into the cross, because I'm very curious. And that 9 vibration is the cross. So it's carrying into that energy. And it still holds the change. This brings that change, because it's 9 and 5 is 14. It's still holding that change energy. And it's the opportunity. The 14's coming up here. It's the opportunity this man's been wanting. He's been wanting a little bit, looking towards this opportunity to do that. 36. The cross. Sorry about that. Oh, the moon. Oh, a lot of mysterious energy out here. The 5 is here, is still going. 8 of Hearts. 8 of Hearts is 8 of Cups. A little bit of walking away energy. This one is a little bit more mysterious. Out into 6 months, I feel like you reestablish, you clear things out, you establish boundaries. But where this is going 6 months out still seems a little bit, because the moon in this one isn't like the moon in Tarot. I feel like this is talking about, there's still other things involved. There's still like a third energy on both sides, 3 and 2. Like, each party has other issues in their lives they're dealing with. But I feel like you clear up those issues. You kind of catch the butterflies. You kind of bring it all into a structured regrowth here. But beyond that, there's still like maybe an agreement that you have this spiritual connection, but as to where it's going. The moon also talks about cycles. In the Lenormand, the moon talks about success, how we're being seen as well. So it could be cycles of seeing each other, or just cycles of understanding, like connecting again in some way. Interesting, 5 and 9 are here and here. So it's like as above, so below. 14, both being 14. This is the opportunity. This person has kind of manifested this, because it's going back to his 14. So I'm going to go back to add more to this person and yours. I don't know if I'm going to do all these, because this is going to be a long video. I don't know if I'm going to get through all of the cards. House. King of Hearts. 4. There's the 4 again. So yeah, the 4's in the locket. So safekeeping, stable foundation, opportunity around this person's home life, very smart about their home, very protective of their home, this person is, and very protective of their emotions, their stability in their emotions. So you can see that, you know, just very clearly with the fox in the house. This person's very protective and guarded about their King of Cups, King of Cups, and their emotions and their stability, right? They're very, very, very guarded, and it can make them appear, because you're looking across seeing this, it can make them appear very guarded in their home, very solitary and guarded, right? So let's see, add more to you and how this person looks across the board and sees you. Stork. Oh, 2 birds. Isn't that interesting how this person's seeing you? The stork represents the Queen of Cups, very caring, very nurturing, somebody that, again, may migrate between 2 locations. They may move around. They may have more than one thing going on in their life, right? The 17, which is the 8 vibration, is coming up. I'm going to have to quit going into the numbers, because it's taking too much. But it is connected to their thought of the ending is coming up here. And it can be because this person may move or be thinking about moving too. And that may be also contributing to this person feeling like communication really isn't going anywhere. Things are ending because this person has other things they're dealing with, other locations. There's two things I feel. This person's very much in two minds, two air energies with the birds. This talks about migration. This person could be dealing with children as a mother. This is the Queen of Cups. She's very caring. She's very nurturing. As you can see by this energy, regardless of what's happening and unfolding, they're staying very calm. They're staying very grounded, graceful, and inviting, right? They do want to invite, even though they know what's between them and this person is very fragile and kind of dried up right now energetically because of all these things that they're very flighty and not enough ability to be responsible, too carefree, too childlike, right? Maybe they both acted childish in regards to each other. This person's looking across at you and saying, wow, you know, you are compassionate, you are caring, you're very mothering in your nature, but however, you've got a couple things going on, right? Yeah, and it can have to do with your money. Maybe two businesses are coming up because of the 7 here and the 7 there. Starting a new business, something like that. This is Empress energy. Just being very low-key about your location even. Maybe you've moved and haven't told them, and they know it, and they can see that within you, and they're wondering why. Because we have the moon here, too. So, I mean, it is out there, but it's on the spread. So it's like something that may need to change. The 5, these mysteries between the two of you may need to change. Even though in Lenormand, the moon doesn't so much mean mystery, but it does in the tarot. And so to me right now, it does. Let's see more. I'm just going to go around quickly and see what's more in everybody's thinking and feeling and where we may go. Stars. So this person, 6 of Cups, see, this person is still thinking that this is this very nostalgic. The 6 is held in the stars, so they're keeping this for safekeeping for the future. Stars are, of course, 6 of Cups energy, and again, that 7 vibration is in here too. So they may be feeling like they screwed that up, the future of this, the direction of this, right? But they're holding it in high esteem. So I'm going to see yours, and it's the journal, 10 of Pentacles. So again, a 10 is coming up here with the dog, 10 of Pentacles. And the journal, and so there's like a wealth of information here coming in your thoughts too, like you're thinking of, you know, this is the open book, so there is information here too that you're thinking about in regards to this person, and perhaps wanting to reveal something when you're taking that energy with the unconditional love here. So I'm kind of feeling a little rushed and unable to kind of like process it the way I want to. I do want to add, I'm getting a lot of notifications here. I do want to add between you again here. I want to add one more thing between you. The ship, again, another 10. So you got 10 here, 10 here. Oh, actually, this woman, you have 10 here, 10 here. 10 is in between you. Ship talks about movement with that 3, which she holds the 3. Again, there's going to be, in regards to this, things are going to move forward, I feel. 10 of Swords, you're going to move beyond the 10 of Swords type of feeling here. 10 of Swords is like a total ending. You're going to move beyond that. Emotion comes in because this boat is on the water. It's a little stormy looking, but your wisdom, whatever this owl is that you've been patiently waiting on, plays into this as well. So you're maybe going to divulge some of your own feelings. You're going to help move this energy, something that you convey, some information that you have here, something you're thinking about this being a long-term friendship, helps move this energy along because it brings more emotion, and it's coming from this owl energy that you're holding, that you've been holding on to for quite a while, the 7 of Pentacles here. Very patient in the direction that this is moving, but water is needed here. So we're definitely talking about that to move this beyond the 10 of Pentacles. Exasperated. I feel like that exasperation is coming here from your side, and there's something here that moves this away from it. So very interesting. I'm going to quickly add to 2 to 4 and 6 months out. I like to finish this. 2 to 4 is the Clover. So there's luck coming in regards to this relationship as well, which we already saw that. So the Clover is, you know, good luck, opportunities coming in. 6 of Pentacles is an equal equal reciprocity in regards to the relationship. So yeah, we already saw that and established that there. I'm going to add to the 6 months, because this 6 months beyond is a little bit of a mystery. It's a little dark. It's a little bit black and white, so to speak here. There's not a lot of color going on. Ooh, we have the whip. Look at that. 11. So, oh, the whip. This can be sexual. This can be argumentative. This can be tension. And she is the 11. So I feel whatever this is you. So you could become very physically connected to this person. You could be very sexually physical with this person. You could be frustrated. You could be causing argumentative, because I'm getting the 11 being this person. But I don't really feel it in that way because of the energy that I'm reading here from this person. I feel it's going to be more, actually I got to pull another one on here, because I feel it's going to be more releasing tension. I'm feeling like releasing tension here. The child, yeah, very playful, but in a different, see, the child has changed forms here in a very playful way. There's a difference in this child and this child. It's energy. So there is something that gets released. Energy is kind of, you know, taken back to a more playful state, but through perhaps a different way. But it has something to do with this side, because of the 11, like I said. But remember, she had the Justice energy, she had the High Priestess energy, and again, that black and white. Okay, that's why they're showing me these are both black and white. Has to do with this person. You're in control. Okay, that's what they're saying here. You are in control of the 6 months and beyond. I feel things kind of come back. They start growing again, but beyond that, you have control of where this goes. You are in control of the energy feed of this. Like, this is like building up tension and releasing it in a playful way. So that is a possibility here. The tension builds up after this and you release it in a playful way. That can be the outcome. But they're saying that you, because of the black and white here and black and white here, you are holding the answer to the 6 months and beyond. You are in control of this beyond that. Even though at this point you may not think that, you may think this person's holding the key to that. The person that is on this side, however you see the energy, the person on this side is holding the key to 6 months and beyond. I do want to, I'm going to add to you guys again because I haven't run out of battery. Hope I don't. I'm just curious. Their energy, the sun. So a lot of illumination comes in. Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning, illumination, warmth, clarity is coming into this person. And I love how, because I kind of, when I did it 6 months and beyond, how we're seeing each other. Let's put it that way. So you're seeing this person in a new light. You're seeing what this fox in this house, fox in the house, right? You're seeing it in a different way. There's illumination onto that guardedness of this person's home and family life, their past of their love life that has confusion and moodiness kind of energy around it, right? And their thoughts. You're seeing it differently. There is a lot of light coming in on it. And so let's just say you, and that time, the clock tower is 6, it's also a 6 swords moving forward. Clock tower in this deck is talking about, can be separation. We have a 9, 10, 6 of Pentacles. But again, I feel this person in 6 months time and beyond, again, you are this is a big structure, right? This is something that kind of is hard to miss. The tower is sticking out. Timing is an issue. I feel like that sense here of you being, again, them kind of seeing you as being in control, controlling, it's like time and movement here with the 6 of Swords. The 6 of Swords talks about moving forward in a more, into a more peaceful place. So I feel like this person is seeing you setting the pace. And the tower is a guiding force, like where we're headed. So this person is seeing you and allowing that. There's an allowance here because of the light. Because now they are in the light. They've kind of come out of a darker period, a darker way of thinking and feeling. They're allowing you to gauge the distance and the energy. Just like I said here, the tension flow. And like building it up and releasing it. Building it up and releasing it. That's the feeling that I'm getting here. So I'm going to end there. I'm going to end there because this is taking too long and I'll be surprised if this thing uploads. But I hope everyone has enjoyed this reading. If you'd like your own personal private reading, like I said, my Etsy shop is closed. You can always email me. I may put some information below if you'd like this type of spread for yourself. yeah. But anyway, angel blessings to everyone. Oceans of love.